Hello guys, welcome to another video. So today we're going to look at Nasdaq. So you know how we do things here. If it's your first time here, just make sure that you stick until the end so that I just show you the tips and simplest way in which you can just use to analyze any chart that you like. So for today, we're just gonna look at Nasdaq. So let's get started. So with how we do things here, the thing is, I don't want us to just go to one chart and then make decisions from there, because we are going to miss out on a lot of information, which is why we always start from the highest time frame and drill all the way down to our time frame where we'll be taking our trades. So this is a monthly chart. Because we won't be trading here, we're not going to waste time here. We're just going to look at a few things just to have an idea, like a bigger picture, to say where this could be going in the next coming months or so. So what we need to take from this is that I'm sure if you've been watching videos here, you'll know that we had said that a couple of months back, more than 6 months actually, when the price moved lower than that, we had said that there's a chance that it could move down to at least here, right? And then from there it will decide where it wants to go. But it seems like the bulls, they didn't allow that to happen. They were like, nah, that's too low, we're not gonna allow you to take us that low. So what they did was that they just allowed the bears to only move lower with what? With the tail. They did not close below. So they moved lower than this, but it was just the tail. They didn't close there. And then the bulls became aggressive, and then they pushed up, and the bears were comfortable pushing to the downside. And then all of a sudden the bulls came in and they removed their trend line. So you see, when a trend line is taken out, what you need to understand is that you're sort of losing your strength. If you were there pushing to the downside and we were bearish, and then all of a sudden the price takes out one of your key structures, it takes out the trend line, right? That you cannot ignore. It shows that the bulls are actually kicking in, but we cannot say that already the bulls are the ones that are dictating now, because if you just remove the trend line alone, that's not enough. If you look at how the bulls were moving here, they are so in control, pushing all the way to the upside, and then all of a sudden the bears pushed to the downside and they broke what? Their trend line. They took out their trend line, and they took out also their areas of support. So all these areas of support that were formed when you're moving to the upside, they were taken out. That's where you were like, okay, here it's definitely the sellers are in control. But if you look at what is happening currently, the price moved outside the trend line. So the trend line has been removed, but we haven't removed the resistance. So these are the two structures that define who the sellers are. It's a trend line, a bearish one, and also an area of resistance. So if the price is in the hands of the sellers, they're the ones that are calling shots and pushing the price all the way to the downside. It means for you to defeat them, you will have to remove their trend line and remove their resistance. In this case, you've just taken out the resistance, and I mean the trend line, the resistance, and where I put the horizontal line, and it does there. So basically, this is the closest resistance that the sellers have, and currently we are inside it. We've been inside it for quite some time now, and but for as long as the price does not move beyond or above this 13,708, if we don't move above that, then there's always a chance that the sellers can just kick in and push you back to the downside, because of what? You have removed one of their structures, but you haven't removed another structure, right? So there's always a chance that they can take you back to this area of support here, which is the one that pushed up and broke the trend line, for as long as you don't move above this 13,708. So is there any signs that the price could move beyond that? Or is there a sign that the price could reverse? On this time frame, there's actually nothing. The only thing that we're seeing is this, which is what? It's a bullish pin bar. Basically, a bullish pin bar is when the price is moving nicely, and the sellers try to push the price to the downside. But before that candlestick closes, the bulls become so aggressive to a point where they just push the price all the way up and close there and leave this long tail below. So that's why we are calling it a bullish rejection candlestick or a bullish pin bar, because it's the bulls that are pushing and rejecting the price there. That's why they left the tail below. So because it's the bulls that are pushing the price, it shows that the bulls are actually the ones that have got that are showing the strength. So when you are seeing this here, it means it could be saying that, oh, we have got this. Maybe the price will get the strength and break that. But we don't want to anticipate that. We are just saying there's something that the bulls are showing us here, which is what? The bullish pin bar, which means they are not ready to give up their strength and their powers. They want to challenge the sellers and take out their second structure, because remember we had said that you have to remove this trend line and resistance for you to defeat the sellers. So far you've taken out the trend line, which is good for a buyer to take out a bearish trend line, but they need to remove this. Then we'll say we are fully bullish now. It's all now fully in the hands of the bulls. But for now, we're just saying, yes, you're seeing this. Maybe you want to challenge that. And if you remove this, you'll open more space to push to the upside. So this is a very, very, very important and crucial area for the sellers, because this is the only area that can give them a lifeline and say that they can challenge and maybe get their strength back and push the price towards this. But we will see as we are drilling down to the other time frames. So let's see what we have on weekly. So this is how the weekly structure looks like. If you remember the videos that we have made, the 2 past videos on this chart, we are talking about this level, saying that it's a very important level. As much as the price is bullish on this time frame, which is a weekly chart, we are bullish here, as much as we are bullish. But now when we hit this guy here, this is a very, very, very critical level, because of what? It is fresh, and also taking into consideration the fact that it is located inside that weekly area of resistance that we had said that should you break that, then you will have more chance of pushing up. The next stop will be from there, which is a very decent space and amount of pips that you can collect there. But for now, you cannot take a buy trade and tell me you want to exit here. You have your TP set up there. That's too risky, because how do you know that, as much as, remember we had said that this 13700.8, this here around that, is a very, very a strong level that you cannot just break. If you take that one up, it means the sellers, they are fully defeated now, from monthly, weekly, all the time frames, right? So that's why you cannot just look past it, because anywhere here, it's a space where the sellers can challenge you and push you down. You need to be careful there. So that's why even in the previous videos we had said that when the price gets there, as much as you are bullish, don't get too excited and say the price is bullish on this time frame, then anticipate something like this, because along the way it's impossible that the price would move and not have any obstacles along the way. So there's going to be something in between that's going to challenge that bullish movement, and it can cause it to have a pullback, a deeper pullback, or a complete trend reversal. Which is why it's important that as much as you're bullish, you need to know that, okay, the price, I'm bullish and the price is moving up nicely. Don't get too excited and forget to look for those possible obstacles along the way where you're going to place or take profits and exit. And this was one of them. That's why we had said that you need to exit there. And if you look at what the price did when we got there, it stayed here, stayed here, stayed here. Now it's trying to challenge again. But we had said our anticipation was that it has a chance of dropping and having a pullback and touch that trend line. But it seems like it just moved from this, and the lowest point it reached from there, it's there, and it didn't touch the trend line. But we had said that it's possible that we'll have a pullback there because of what? Where this guy is located, even when you compare it to what we saw on on monthly. So here we haven't made any progress. We can still play around there, but for as long as you don't take out this guy, all the buy trades that you're planning shouldn't be beyond this. You need to be careful because once the guys there kick in and they want to go for a deeper pullback, they can safely do so because of what? This is their zone and they are very strong there. So let's see what we have on daily. So this is the structure that we have on daily. And we can see that clearly this guy is still very much bullish, and you can put a bullish trend line there and say my daily is definitely bullish. I can take all those buy trades to the upside, but remember, as you're moving it more and more closer to that 13,708 level that we had marked, this one, as you're moving more and more closer to that, it's going to be very difficult for you to keep on taking the buy trades because of what? This can just reverse, right? So here on daily, the next area of resistance would be this tiny market pause there. So this is your next obstacle on daily. So if you're taking buy trades, when the price gets there, that's where you need to be like, okay, I need to do something maybe with my take profit, I need to exit, whatever, because you cannot trade past that, right? So you can continue taking your buy trades, you're still very much bullish, you can continue doing that, but you need to exit when you get there. The moment when you're saying you're going to exit above that horizontal line, that's where you're going to see flames. So here basically you have got this, you've got this, and you've got what? The trend line. Remember we said when the bulls are in control, their key structures will be the support and the trend line, a bullish one. If the sellers want to defeat this bullish trend, they will have to remove these guys, because the moment these ones are still holding, it means they're still in control. But if you just take them out, you will no longer be bullish, you'll be bearish. So that's why we're saying we're still bullish. Should the price pull back towards the trend line, you're more than welcome to take your buy trades there. But I think the safest way would be taking it with confirmation, taking into account that the price has dipped into that weekly area of resistance. Maybe what if this is the weekly pushing all the way to the downside? So when the price decides to do this, if it does that, you'll be looking for buy trades. But remember, your target on daily will be that tiny market pause that we just marked now here. This is your target today. So that's what you're having on daily. So let's see what we have on H4. So on H4, still the same thing, very much bullish. And the nearest area of support you have is this one. So basically, if you're someone that's trading on H4, your eyes are on this level. You want to take a buy trade there. And also you can apply the same, use the same approach of saying that you are going to do it with confirmation, simply because of the location where we are is becoming more and more trickier because of that obstacle that we have being in that weekly area of resistance. So you are just, your eyes are there, hoping that the price will dip into that, and then you continue being the target still being that daily area of resistance there at the top. So let's do one more time frame. Let's look at H1, right? So here on H1, okay, this one looks different. So remember the other ones, they're just there pointing to the upside. H1 says no, I'm no longer going up. I was going up. You could put a bullish trend line there, but we can see clearly that it has been removed. And even when the price, after removing it, moving to the downside until there, it definitely removed some of these areas of support. So basically on H1, you managed to remove the trend line, you managed to remove at least one area of support. So therefore, we can say our H1 is bearish. So our H1 is going to the downside already. The other ones are still saying, no, we are not ready. We are not yet going to the downside. But if you're trading on H1, you can say, because my H1 is going down, I just need to mark this area of resistance that caused all of that. So this area of resistance is the one that caused the price to go up, to go down and break the trend line and break the areas of support. So it means you can, with confirmation, you can look for certain trades there. And you can see the first time the price went there, it actually got rejected with this red candlestick and moved there, but it's still around there. We haven't really left. So it's the fact that you are still inside the same level. If you get your confirmation, there's nothing wrong with you searching for sell trades and targeting this as your TP1. And also the next TP will be that H4 support that we had said. If you are trading on H4, you are waiting there, this. So this is your final take profit if you're trading H1, because of what? Your first take profit will be where the price turned before coming to activate you. And then the second one will be that H4 structure. So because of what? Your H1 is bearish. So without confirmation at this level, you don't have a trade. Because of what? Remember, the big guys are still pointing to the upside. The likes of H4, the likes of daily, they're still saying the price is a higher chance. There's a chance that the price will move up to at least that daily area of resistance. But it does not mean the price will just fly immediately. So what if the price wants to give the H4 guys a chance for them to enter there? That's where the H1 guy is having his eyes open and say that if the price gives me a chance to sell, I will sell and accompany the price towards this support. But if it doesn't give me a chance, I'm not going to do anything. So that's it. I think I can end this one here. So that's what you can expect from this US tech or Nasdaq, whatever you call it, US 100. depending on which broker you're using. So if you like this style of trading, just make sure that you subscribe and like the video so that I can keep on making more videos, so that you can learn and be able to do this approach by yourself. But otherwise, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.